Hi everyone, this is Psychic Sleuth, and I'm having a lot of technical difficulties today. This is now the third time I've tried to do this video. I've done it twice on my phone, and it keeps stopping, and and then there's nothing there, like it didn't record anything. It's the weirdest thing ever. So I'm sorry if my video quality isn't great. Doing this on my computer, and I'm hoping it works. So, um, I wanted to do a random Autowrite video and give you a couple updates. One on the Cheryl Coker case. Okay. After going through things, we've done multiple readings since then. From what I've posted to you guys, I don't feel that she's in Yellow Springs. I feel that I was picking up on the boy that was found there, and the reason why I say that is the timing of it. All the Yellow Springs stuff I got prior to that boy being found. So it's either him or there's someone else out there, but I don't think it's Cheryl. Um, so that was a little confusing because it seems as though Cheryl's letting other people in. She's taking us to um, there's been other things that have hit other cases. So I don't know what's going on. If she's giving future, and there's also some future things that she brought up that have happened. Zion being one of them, and me bringing that up and it connecting to that case of, is connected to few cases actually. So, with that being said, there is something that I've been seeing three weeks ago, and the people that I work with can attest to this. I had a long-standing vision dream thing. I don't even know what the heck it was, but basically it was like I was sleeping, but it was a vision in my head, and it was standing like just there, but like a dream, and it didn't move. It was just a water tank with moss on the top, like green moss on top of it, and that's all. And I had that for all night that night, hours. And then um I've been seeing that, I'm like obsessed with it because I keep seeing it. And there's other things like a haunted trail, and um that I had a dream about, and all that kind of stuff. So I can't really tell you where we're looking or where we think it is because I don't want anybody to know. But I'm just stating that we found more stuff out, and she's not in Yellow Springs, and then I feel like that was that kid. So I wanted to put that out there. And I don't want to release any more on Cheryl because of the simple fact that I don't want anybody to know what we're doing. So, um, there's that, and then the Daniela Vane case, I worked back, I think it was like September, October of last year, and basically what I got in that was, and I apologize, but we went back and looked through the reading, and I did actually say I thought she was buried in her car, kind of in a way, the wording of it, that I didn't mean to say it that way, and I kept getting water references. I just couldn't find the area. In here, in the new Autowrite, 43 is mentioned, and I did this Autowrite a week before she was found. You know, things can have multiple meanings for multiple cases, so I'm just wondering if it's that, because 43 runs into Stereoland. So, that being said, also the Maleah case, I hope I'm saying that name right. I had a little bit of a problem connecting to her, really. I did kind of a reading, but it was very kind of confusing. I'm just going to tell you just a few things that I got, and I'm sorry, and I hope that I'm wrong, because I would love to be wrong. But I kept seeing her like face down in water, and so I feel like she's in water close by. Pumpkins have been coming in for Cheryl for a long time, and as you know, I do get stuff prior. I do get future things, and there is a pumpkin lake nearby, so it's about 11-15 minutes from the house. Um, so that and white are close by there. I feel like those should be looked at, or water area close by. Okay, so with that being said, here's the random Autowrite. So I wanted to try something new, not to focus on any specific case, but I want to see what comes through since my cases seem to interconnect anyway, and even when I do readings, I still have others pop in. So I have noticed when I Autowrite, I am able to pull past, present, and future some information. As when you listen to the new Delphi update, if I can get that up, you will see I'm not working Delphi anymore per se, but I wanted to do a video to validate. And so the new info validated a lot of the Autowrites, what the Autowrite said, and I wanted to put it all together for you in case you missed it, because it's super hard to follow. I know a lot of this stuff. But a ton of info did come through in future as well. Even Molly's future came through that I think may have pertained some of it to what happened in the Nicole Bowen case. Also back in Delphi. I also wanted to start this thing where I do Autowrites. Also work specific cases, but also do these random Autowrites. So I don't know, the idea came to me, and I'm curious how it's going to work, because usually I focus on bringing someone in, and it will tie to many cases. more than likely past, present, and things that have not happened yet. So I do also feel like this first one, I may have gotten back in Molly with the cabin. So back then, I didn't realize when I was auto writing that I was also pulling in future and multiple cases. So I think the cabin that I got back then, because it was so strong, may connect to this first part that I'm about to read. So something I've been seeing for a while now since I decided to do this. I really don't know or understand it, but I see this woman and she's dressed in what looks like a nightgown or a white sheer kind of garment, and she's running barefoot through the woods, and I can hear the cracking of the ground under her feet, lots of trees, and there's a river, and she's running along. It looks like she has broken free and is running from a man. I can hear the water as it rushes. This is a big river and it's very rough. It looks like it's dark or dusk. I see it dark, but yet she can still see. The woman has long dark hair, like to the middle of the back, and the middle to the end is a bit wavy. She keeps looking over her shoulder, and I'm taken back to this log cabin, and it has a fireplace, and you can smell the fire. This man a bit reminds me of a lumberjack man. He has a long beard, dark hair, like almost black color, and his hair is on the longer side but a bit thick. He looks to be in his 30s to 40s range, but ages sometimes people look older or younger. He has on the lumberjack attire and the boots with the ridges on the bottom. He also has a wider build, wider build shoulder statue, and is on the tall side. He's sort of big looking man, and I see him standing outside the door. You can see the light from the inside of the house, and he's looking around and he's saying, "You can run, but you can't hide." And he grabs what looks like a shotgun off the rack. I'm shown a truck, loud muffler, and it's of a darker color. I think maybe dark blue or something. And it reminds me of an old Chevy's or Fords, but it's very kind of loud, one that a lumberjack type would drive. I'm not even sure if he gets in or how he catches up to her, but I see a hand over her mouth and she slumps to the ground like I'm caught. Now, not too sure if this is someone that he's married to or his girlfriend, someone he has captured to be someone, but that he's captured to be someone like that. Like he captured him to be like his woman. Just know that she feels very much like a captive. The number 4 comes in as well as the number 3, and that's what I was talking about because they kind of come in together. So I'm not sure if it's a freeway or an address. The cabin is very much alone in the woods. I don't hear anything around or see anyone else around except for hearing the sounds of woods. I hear the name Barbara. The woman looks like the same age as the man, but could be a bit younger actually, late 30s or late 20s, early 30s. She's honestly beautiful. She has green eyes. She looks to have green eyes. Hearing the name Angelique or something like that. Now, remember, not all the same info will be coming in at the same time. It might be mixed up, so maybe different cases. Hearing the word ranger, and there's a dirt road that leads to the cabin out in the woods. Hearing cabin in the woods, I'm sure I haven't seen him take her life, so I think she may be alive at this present time. I do know that Nicole was found along Iroquois River, so I'm not really sure why I'm hearing that name at this time. Could be a river that's similar, but she also did pop in later in the day and had me channel her. She was showing me things and she wouldn't stop till I did, and I'm probably not going to release it, but so let's see. Or that's coming in for a different reason. I don't feel this is I don't feel this is her. I mean, it could be her. Like I said, it could have been Nicole or it could have been someone else, but she could have been popping in. But it may interconnect as well. I'm shown very much like native land here in Cherokee, taken to the state of Washington, but I don't know. It feels more like outskirts. I'm hearing drumming and native chant. I'm shown a peace pipe, so this may feel along a river near native or in native territory, and I'm told Snake River. I see it so clearly, but yet can't really tell where it is because it's like in the middle of nowhere. I'm told the name John and hear something similar like the word rival or sounding similar to that. He's very outdoorsy type, and I'm hearing something about 3 rivers. I do feel he's done this in the past. This wasn't his first, and again, I'm not sure if she's still alive or not, but I feel like he's killed in the past, and it all depends on how they behave and how they are. He is a certain type that he likes a certain woman. Her escaping caused him to tie her up to the bed for a while. I see ropes around her wrist and it's cut in. He's able to really tie knots well because he's a hunter, but he ties because of some kind of way he was taught, either in Boy Scouts or something like that. It doesn't feel like he's prior military. I don't feel that in his background. He seems to kind of run his own business in terms that he is able to make his own hours and do as he pleases. He has enough to survive on. I get he's a hunter of women and animals. I keep wanting to go between Oregon and Washington territory. I feel this woman may have been taken from either state. I feel like her going to her car and him asking for help and then putting his hand over her mouth and grabbing her. She's carrying groceries and they dropped. In his hand was a cloth with chloroform. He did stalk her for a while, getting the name Richard. I see he smokes. I don't know if it's all the time or just sometimes. I see him driving with her in the car as she sleeps again. He lives about maybe 30 to 40 minutes out of town. Just another missing woman. No one will know where she is. She feels. Then it switches to a little blonde girl. Looks about 4 or 5. I hear the word heaven. This could be a name or a place. Or it may have like that word in it somewhere. Not too sure. And I get a bad man connected to her. He's killed little girls before. He's a pedo and he's very sick. He's a bigger man, kind of gross looking. Looks to have brown hair on the lighter side, but still brown, like regular brown, I guess. And his face is round and he smells of alcohol and not taking a shower. He's got a big gut and looks like he may wear suspenders sometimes. He likes to do bad things to children and murder them. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be gentle. I get that he likes to hold them for a bit, though I hear girl crying. She wants her mommy. She's blonde or light brown with blonde highlights. Her hair is a bit wavy and she's got light eyes, like blue-green color. I'm not sure. Looks like he was able to snatch her easily, but I see that he does some sort of job that's around children. I see a connection to ice cream, clowns, and cakes, so maybe he does birthday parties or something. I do see that his face is painted like a clown, so this could be symbolic. I hear the name George, and I feel he's done this for years. Now, I'm not sure again if this is past, present, or future, if they have been caught or not unless they tell me, but I feel that maybe this girl was closer to a recent one. I'm hearing the words Madeline, but I'm not sure if that's the one we all think of, or if she's just popping in, or maybe that's her name, and it's not the same one. But I'm being told, or it's connected, but I'm being told that name for a reason. Hearing the word gorge as well, and I feel like it has an area where he puts these children. Never seems to be in different places. He has a spot in the woods, and I see many there. Like, if this were to be found, many cases would be solved. I'm told off the beaten path, and I'm told the word Jordan. I'm trying to see the state, but not coming to me yet. It feels like a smaller town or an area where a lot of children around that age go missing. He tends to take younger ones just because they are easy to control and that he has a type per se. I do sense water near him, like maybe there is an ocean nearby, as I hear waves lap the shore, but he lives in town. I feel people think or sense he's very odd in character, but in a way he seems mentally off, so they don't think about anything about it. I just keep being taken to this spot in the woods. It's a clearing and he has many bodies there. His house feels like it's within 5 miles. Just hear the word forest associated with it. Hearing word Hector or person like Hannibal Lecter, I don't think that he does any of that stuff, but he may look like him or something. I don't even know what he looks like. I see him playing with them like they're dolls. Hearing word idol, American Idol, not sure why, if this girl who was gone missing was or something. So it might be Madeline, I don't know. Also hearing the word spring, and I see the woods. There's lots of twigs and broken off bark and leaves on the ground, but this spot, there's like a clearing, and there's a path leading there, like he drives from his house and turns left up this pathway. The letter G comes in, hearing the word Alabama, but not sure if it's this state or where he's from, or if it's connected to something else. Trying to focus on the state. I can't seem to get it. It's an area that has both oceans, forests, rivers, and lakes. I know that doesn't really narrow it down. Feels like they show me the middle of the map. It looks towards the middle. But then I hear California. Remember, things can come in mixed up. Hear the words Georgia. Could be places he's from or connected to somehow, or it could be different cases. They do take me to a Cali map, though. Like in the middle of Cali, I'm shown Hollywood, so this may pertain to the next one, actually. from what someone messaged me. I'm not sure it's the same case. Sorry, that's kind of all I'm getting on that. I'm stuck at trying to figure it out, maybe trying too hard. So next, I'm shown a boat. Looks like a man and woman. She's enjoying the air and the water, and they are sailing like they always do. My attention is taken to Florida coastline, and I feel like she went missing. He took her out there to disappear. I see that he made it very much a mystery type of thing to where she simply vanished, and they have no way of putting that he did it, but they know or have an idea that he did. They just don't have the evidence or a body. So it feels like he was having an affair. That fight ensued on the boat, and I see him hit her a few times, strangle her, and throw her overboard. They're in the middle of the ocean. He leaves and goes back. I hear the word harbor, and I don't know why my attention is brought to red wine, if it's something he drinks or not, or if it's a name of someone. He looks to have brown hair and looks like a normal guy, handsome even. His hair is more of a chestnut color and sometimes grows a beard and mustache and sometimes not. The woman is trying to see looked to be in her late 30s to 40s. She had brown hair, beautiful, really. Like I said, ages are weird because sometimes they look younger than they are. She's wearing a bathing suit because she was sunbathing, but I believe they were trying to put the relationship back together. However, it wasn't working for him. There's also life insurance on her besides the affair. Cops really have no way to prove anything. So he did end up getting the life insurance. Looks like years later she's still missing. There's no evidence, but he's suspected. Here named Nicole and Bryant, or something that sounds like that. Here named Mary, and it's brought in with a nursery rhyme. Mary, Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? So weird that came in and actually Cheryl's reading. Rhymes can come in and be symbolic or have more than one meaning. The month of February comes in, the number 12, the number 15, which I seem to get all the time, number 17, number 28, the word helicopter, hearing something about bride-to-be. So this may be another case because that usually tells me a fiance or something, but I'm not really sure. Getting more details on that in a moment. Hearing the word organ, trail. That seems to be all I'm getting for this Autowrite. So thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing. Like I said, and I also forgot my earphones, so I hope this video turns out okay. If you want to reach me, you can reach me at gentleheartreadings@hotmail.com. Also, me and my friend Charlene, that I work with on cases all the time, are going to be starting a podcast. We're going to be bringing the Psychic Sleuth podcast back together. Neither of us are technical, so bear with us. You can email cases at thepsychicsleuth@gmail.com. And let's see, anything else? You can come and join our Facebook page, like our Facebook page. And I guess I'll see you next time. I have a few videos I'm trying to get out. So I'll talk to you then. Have a good one.